Hey all, today's lesson is on Wild Horses from the Stones Stick Your Fingers album, and I kind of have forgotten how to play it myself, so I'll be learning right along with you. It's in open G, which goes D, G, D, G, B, D. I guess this is Keith's part. I suppose he's the one that did this part, but I don't really know on the recording what he did and what Mick Taylor did, other than Mick Taylor would have played the lead on it. But anyway, it's in open G, and it starts off with this little thing. So we'll start with that. You take your pointer finger goes on the B string in the first fret, and then those three remaining fingers all are in the second fret on A, D, and G strings. So I guess that's what, 2, 3, and 4 strings, because that's tuned down to G now. But put all of these three in the same fret, starting on the A string, and then that one goes on the B string in the first fret. You're not picking that low string, so you just kind of. So that second chord goes back to that G, but I play the two high notes on it. I think on the Stones recording of it, they did the guitar. Well, at least one of the guitars is strung Nashville style. So that's when you take a 12-string set of strings and just use the octave strings. So you only put 6 on, but you put the 6 high on. So it gives everything a really high, chimey octave sound. But since I don't have it strung that way, I add those two to give it at least that high note. So when I play the open G chord, I do the B string in the 3rd fret and the high E string in the 5th fret. So it goes, for the intro, I'm doing. And in between those, you can do. I mean, that's just. You just play around with the suspensions. Whatever kind of sounds good to you. So you go through whatever the intro is, then it goes into the first verse. That part. And for that one, it's really the same chord as this one, this first one that you did. Move it up 2 frets, right? Except for that one, I don't even really do it the same every time. You can put but since these two are the same note, the 2 top strings, when you cover it at the 3rd fret on the B string, it's the same note. I sometimes just take it off. Doesn't really matter which you do, because those are also the same note. So you can have that open B in there or not, up to you. If you want to play it exactly the same, moved up 2 frets or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Back to that G with those 2 high ones, or play it over. Easy to do. And there. Back to that very first, that first one that you did, same shape. The things you wanted. That's just barring all the way across on the 5th fret. Of course, I'm still not playing that low. In fact, I'm not sure I play that low note in the whole song, but. So that's 5th, 7th. Back to that original G shape with just those 2. Back up to 7. So that's. Then move it down to. Back to that chord that starts the verse again, the one you can either take your finger off or on, doesn't matter. Back to another part of the verse. Same first chord, 5th fret. So now it goes into the chorus. Starts on that same chord, wild horses. So it's that first one again. Those three on the E, on the the A, D, and G strings. Then the first fret on the B string. Wild horses. 5th fret. 7th fret. Back to that G shape again, same one. Couldn't drag me away. So that's, how does that go? Wild horses. 5th fret, 7th fret. Back to that regular G or this, doesn't matter. So that's 5th fret all the way across, and then that Keith Richards suspension shape. So it's the, put your middle finger 1 fret up on the 6th fret, and then your ring finger on the D string, so you have that open G string in between them. The D string at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7th fret. Drag me away, back to 5th. So that's drag me away. That's that same chord, the same childhood living chord, same one you did first for the verse. So same thing all over again. Wild, wild horses. Couldn't drag me away. Gracelessly. All that. So it goes into that second verse. The only thing that's different through the whole song is when they do the guitar solo part. So that's drag me away, and then it just goes on and off with that same shape. And he's doing the Mick's doing the guitar solo over the top of this, like 2 or 3 times through. So that's on and off with that suspension shape. Then up 2 frets, back to that same G shape that you started with. And then you can play whatever you like. Just do a fill down there, it doesn't really matter what you do, I guess. I know I dreamed you. It goes into the last verse, and that's the whole tune. And you can see the chord shapes are really pretty much the same all the way through. There's really only this open one. There's this one. There's this one. Moving that one up 2 frets, or take your B off, doesn't really matter. There's this one at the 5th fret. There's this one at the 7th fret, and then the suspension. So those are all the chords. You can see once you get once you're in that tuning, the chords kind of come to you. So it's once you fiddle around with them in that tuning, it's kind of intuitive to get the chord shapes. Good luck with that one. It's not a real difficult one, and for if you're experimenting with open G or open tunings, that's probably a good one to start with. Good luck.